What storyline ruined your favourite characters? Characters who up until now you're like, yeah, they're great, fucking love them, they're fucking sick. Let's, and then suddenly, what? Where's that fucking happening? I have apparently just pulled all of mine from like 2019, that era of EastEnders where they just butchered a lot of characters. But let's go through and figure out some of the storylines that ruined our favourite characters. Piggy, who is one of your characters who was absolutely destroyed?
Eve. She's stuck in an endless relationship with a woman who wants to come out but can't come out. Just fucking end the storyline. I don't care if it's popular, just end the bloody storyline. Why are we continuing this? Why are we running in circles? I want to know. Why?
But what do you mean, Piggy? It's a will they, won't they? Will they, won't they?
I don't give a shit if it's a will they, won't they.
They've been doing it for the last year and a half.
I'd rather sleep on a bed of nails while there's pins and needles in my bollocks than still listen to this storyline. Oh, I'm gonna come out. Oh, Finny found out. Oh, back at the closet I go. Oh no,
It's always a risk when you delay the eventual conclusion, because ultimately at some point some people just go, I don't fucking care anymore. I'm not interested now. Like, please. Just make it happen. It's like, yeah, in 3 minutes I'm going to kick your balls. I'll just go, do I have to wait 3 minutes? just do it now. Just get it over with. You do need some of the build-up, of course. Not in this analogy, in the actual storyline. That analogy's dead. You need some build-up. It's what makes it more fun. I was excited for the bulk of this last year, seeing, Sookie and Eve, they're gonna finally happen. But what happens when Nish finds out? Well, Nish has been fucking sunning it away somewhere for like the last couple of months, doing absolutely nothing. So what, I'm just supposed to put my feelings in a box, put them to the fucking side and say, I'll address these later? No! Let's just stop making it go on a cycle. Like that terrifying prospect of going on a fucking, a ride at a theme park, and it's like, we stopped again, fuck. And it's just like, fuck, I don't want to fall, oh, we're back up. Hey, nah, just kidding, we're still there. Oh, we're actually needing to reset to the last position, so now, just let me do the ride.
If I can throw out one more character before I throw back to you. Danny Dyer's Mick Carter. Even though I'm not a big fan of Mick Carter, I just want to get him out of the way. He was a great character until Christmas 2022. Where they were where Danny basically, I'd assume, went into Chris Clenchow's ear. I was like, make me an action hero, baby.
Well, no, hold on. I think this was mostly before the Chris Clenshaw stuff. I think it was I was reading up a bit more about why that exit was so contrived. I think it was a Dominic Treadwell Collins one, who, was previous producer of the show. Where was he? I don't know. I just saw a lot of people just really fucking. I don't think it was him, but there was a producer that was in the air, and people are just like. It's why all the interviews where Danny Dyer's if they ever split us up or make us cheat on each other, it's fucking shit. And well, they both cheated on each other, and they both had separate relationships, and they couldn't really say no because Danny's leaving. So it wasn't Dominic Treadwell Collins, so it was someone else. But essentially, it was just how they wanted to make him leave. But I'm sure they were just like, what? Why the fuck are you doing this? Why are you doing this now? It's not on our characters to do this. They had a really strong 8 years or so. Until that final, last year and a half, where it just went bad. But yeah, that Christmas exit is one of my least favourite Christmas episodes.
And we will have a Christmas episode dedicated to that coming out in December.
Yay, not just yet. I was going to order it in, from best to worst. I've got 5, mostly because some of this I'm going to cover in like I'm going to structure it more like a one of those like top 10 type videos, right? So we'll get 10. Some of them. First up is going to be Bex Fowler stalking her dead ex-boyfriend's brother. So this was in 2019. This was surrounding the weird storylines that Bex Fowler got, because she didn't get to do much on the show. She had a big bullying storyline, like back in the day. She had a big relationship with Shaki, you know, like, you know, the guy who got stabbed and killed. And you know, it was all nice. It was quite wholesome, but very tragic. Didn't really get to explore much of the tragedy. She was seemingly always hung up on him being dead. But at a certain point in time, she decided to put all of her trauma and grief into loving Kush, who was obviously like Shaki's brother. And she kind of started stalking him and just kept on trying to like pursue him. But obviously he wasn't very interested, because at the time he was with Kat. But you know, she walked into his shower, just got all fucking naked. He's just having a shower. She's like, hello. It's like, whoa, what the fuck? And this all kind of led into a very weird bit where obviously she tried to get with Kush. But soon later, Martin found out, got angry at Kush for like not telling him. And then ultimately this kind of continued her cycle of like getting more and more depressed, and eventually her suicide attempt, which then led to her finally realizing, shit, I need a fucking break. I'm going traveling. But yeah, fucking hell. It's just like, oh, Bex Fowler, Martin and Sonia's kid. Oh, she's cool, slightly alt, you know, like bit like loves some music. Is she gonna have any cool storylines? No. Ah, for fuck's sake, why is she doing this? A very sweet character, a very honest, nice, likable character. Oh, I'm just gonna stalk a dead ex-boyfriend's brother now. Sound. That one's more personal, because I love the Sonia and Martin when they were together and back in the day. I love Bex Fowler as a character. She was really cool. Don't love that bit. What's next up, Piggy? What storyline ruined one of your favourite characters?
He's not a favourite character, but I feel like it ruined him. Gray Atkins. Is that how you say his name?
Yes.
Like, again, it's the same with the Eve storyline. Like, but his problem is mostly because of a pandemic, I want to say. So it's not really his fault, or the writers at the time's fault, because you can't really, like, during lockdown, you can't really be like, we need you on set. Yeah, but there's a rule. Fuck the rule. Like, you can't really do that.
Yeah, they did have to stop for a little bit.
But his storyline did drag on. Like, it started in the end of 2020 and lasted nearly 2 years. Like,
oh, yeah, the grey one's something else. I've got some stuff on it, but yeah, carry on.
But like, I do think he's a great character. I would love to see him be brought back. They won't bring him back. No. But what I would love to see, like, you know, like how you had Nick Cotton haunts the square one more time. I'd love to see Gray Atkins on, like, obviously you need Mick and Charlie back by the time he does this. But I'd love to see where he tries to kill all the women that wronged him. Yeah. So, Charlie, Mick, you can't really have Karen, but you can have Bernie in her place. Like,
yeah.
Whitney, if she comes back. Like,
yeah. The Grey storyline was really weird, because obviously brought in, surprised, like, oh, Grey, the squeaky clean lawyer type, he's buying a house with him and Chantal. Oh, nice. Oh, fuck, he abuses his wife. Oh, shit. And then suddenly you have the storyline where it continues through the lockdown, of course, and obviously he's been straight abusing her for no fucking reason. Just the entire time. She wants to leave, ends up in her dying, and then he sets it up to look like an accident. Okay, interesting angle. Domestic abuser does kill their partner. It happened a lot during the lockdowns, alright? A lot of people were trapped with their abuser. It was a pretty fucking shit time for those people. But then, instead of just being a serial domestic abuser, he proceeded to murder like 2 more people. And he just started becoming this serial killer for some reason. So now, instead of this like genuine, interesting story about a domestic abuser, and is it ever going to come to light? The answer's no. Well, it does come to light, but not before he murders both Tina and Kush. Abuses Chelsea, has a child, and then he like goes to prison for all his crimes. Like, what the you've dropped the ball completely. That's not how it's supposed to go, lads. You're just supposed to go, alright, domestic abuser, they found out all the evidence, he's going to jail. Not spend the next 2 years killing people. Like, it's such an assassination. Originally, they were going to try and get him help. There was, like, I'm pretty sure it was a scrap storyline. And that he went to therapy and he talked about how, you know, his dad was actually really, like harmful to, like, him growing up. You know, he was abused by his dad. It's going to be this really tragic, really, like, fuck, right? Maybe through this, like, counseling, maybe he can actually get better. And, you know, maybe he can work on himself and no longer go through this. Because I think it's a really interesting... I don't know how reasonable a storyline it is to do. But I do want to see a character that does genuinely get, like, rehabilitated. Like, I want to see someone who previously used to be a bad person turn around and go, look, I worked hard on myself. Now I'm better, you know? And yes, I'm not expecting everybody to forgive me because I've done some horrific shit. But... I'm working on myself and I'll try to be better.
Go ahead and feel.
Like,
just do it with feel.
It sounds like an interesting that storyline, right? One of my, like, obviously it's one of my favorite Coronation Street storylines ever. Possibly my favorite is the Kirsty Soames and the Tyrone Dobbs, where Kirsty abused Tyrone. But, like, they played it in a way where she was actually a very tragic character, and even though she was abusing him, like, there was a lot of room as to, I don't know, it was like, it was somehow sympathetic because it obviously wasn't her fault, but there was just some aspect that she couldn't control. And I always thought it'd be a really interesting idea to bring her back like 10, 20 years on and go, look, I'm not trying to get back with you, I'm not trying to do any of that, but I would like to be a part of our daughter's life. And then go through that process of trying to rebuild the bridge, show that as a person, she's worked through it all, she's gotten through a lot of the issues, explain why this happened, and then maybe just be able to casually move on. But ultimately she got killed off, so never getting that, unfortunately. But yeah, Gray Atkins, domestic abuser turned serial murderer. It went on so long. Like, the time he's working in a fucking drive-thru, acting like he's a lawyer. Like, just get me out, lads. Please.
Again, most of it is not his fault, because, like, it's mostly because of pandemic hit.
Yeah.
But,
it's such a disservice to the initial storyline.
Yeah. But your next one.
I'm trying to figure out which ones I want to keep and which ones I want to save for the video. I think I'm just gonna I'll probably use all of them anyway, so I'll just find some other ones. Ben Mitchell, gay vigilante. So obviously around this time, I don't know exactly remember when, but obviously Ben started to, after, who was attacked? Was it Ash? Was it Eve? Where is it? Let's just get a reminder. Essentially, someone got attacked whilst they were on a night out, and Ben now decided to become the Walford attacker, where he'd attack homophobic men. like some fucking weird vigilante. And this became a lot of his, like, it's a lot of the... It's just so fucking stupid, man. Because he then starts attacking people and believing he's right as if he's as if he's Batman. Saving the gays from all the bad men. And this obviously, this culminated in Peter leaving because Ben attacked Peter accidentally. And obviously this was also... It was looped around with the rape storyline. It happened just before the rape storyline with Lewis. And like, why is he attacking men? And then, like, now once again, Ben Mitchell, despite doing some horrific shit, because he got raped, he then got away with doing all this, got protected from everything. And then just fucking fucked a lot of people up for no reason. Oh, Jesus. It's such a weird thing to do. He's not Batman. Like, just... Why? Have Ash start attacking people. Have literally anybody else other than Ben Mitchell. I dislike how he's just the show's favourite character currently. And it's just like, just give him a fucking break, please. Yeah, what did you think of the Ben Mitchell gay vigilante stuff?
Hating it. Why?
It's so dumb.
But no, I understand, like, attacking homophobic men. And I understand this might get into the woke agenda. But, I've no problem with that. But surely, like, right, how can I put it? If they assault him first and then he assaults them, that's legal in my opinion. I don't care what anyone says. If someone assaults you, you've man, woman, child. If they hit you first, you've a right to punch them back. That's my view. Don't care if it's a man, woman, or child. I don't care. If a child punches you, just boom, you know, right in the kidney.
Tripping.
Like, fuck you. No, I fucking, do you know, like the test big boot? Just fucking big boot them. But yeah, like, wouldn't really hurt a woman, but if a woman did attack me first, I'd hit them. Self-defense. But like, it's a crime. He's beating up a gay, or not gay, homophobic men. I don't know if
he was attacking just homophobic men. He was just attacking men. Like, you're attacking, like, you're doing what they're doing, but you feel vindicated because you got attacked.
Exactly.
You know, and I get it's the unexplored trauma from Paul getting attacked and murdered. You know, he's got to deal with that. But fuck's sake, just can we sit Ben down on a fucking sofa and start him doing some proper counselling, please? Because he can't keep getting away with just being an entitled prick who just apologizes and then does it again. Like, there's no growth. You're turning him into the next Whitney. You don't want him to be the next Whitney. You want him to be an icon. He's not. He's fucking awful. He's a toxic piece of shit of a character. He's everybody's favourite. Oh, yes, but Ben, he's just such a tragic character. Yeah, but there's limits. There's limits as to how a tragic character you can be before everybody just goes, you need help, man. You need to get this sorted. Because now he's just going to drag other characters into his shit. It's what Callum does. He's his caretaker. He's not his boyfriend. He's not his husband. He's his fucking caretaker. Make sure Ben doesn't end up dead. Why has he got a babysitter? He's in his mid-20s now. Fucking Ben Mitchell, gay vigilante. What are you doing, lads? There we go. Your next offering, please.
Obviously, I'm gonna go for the most one that we obviously hate, Mr. Mooney Alfie, fucking, just that storyline with Hayley Slater, where he had a child with her, and then he fucking sells the coffins to people who aren't dead. So, like, an example would be Debbie selling a coffin to Debbie, who isn't dead, but she's in a coma, or whatever she's in. Like, it was just awful. Like, I understand you need to reinvent characters who are a bit stale and have been doing the same shtick for about 15 years by that point. But you could have reinvented them in any other way. But no, you made them fucking hate women, beats up women. But like Jesus. Like, the only good thing about Alfie 2018, Alfie 2019 is the fact that when Hayley pushes him down the stairs, it's the only good thing, because he does a little tumble.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you've seen it, but when he pushes her, when she pushes him, he just goes, ah, tumble, tumble, tumble. And then it somehow survives. Mental.
Like, you take Alfie, you split him up from Kat, but he still wants to be with Kat. So now he's just wheeling and dealing, conning everyone, stealing shit from Ian, who's his only mate, you know, just being a toxic little piece of shit, running away from all his responsibilities, being a shit dad. Just absolute everything that you like about Alfie is gone. He had an affair with a woman like 30 years younger than him, like probably even 40 at this point, I don't even know. Had a kid, and then both wanted to string her along because he obviously wanted to be a part of Cherry's life, but also still wanted to be with Kat. So and he's selling funerals to dying people and just scamming them out of quick money, like. And yeah, obviously that famous Christmas episode where he gets pushed down the fucking stairs, where Hayley's screaming, Stacy's screaming, and Kat's screaming, just fucking. And then he kidnaps a child for like 2 weeks.
We'll probably be watching it here like during Christmas time, so be on the lookout for that. Because our just a little spoiler, our current schedule is to do the 2022 one, which has been filmed at the time of this recording. Yes. It has been filmed 2018 at some point. Then we're going to do the two we were born. So yes. We're going to go back to 2003, then 2000. So Alfie will literally be appearing in almost all of them.
Yeah,
in some shape or form.
True.
Because he's in 2022, he's in 2018, he's in 2003 twice. And then I don't know about 2000. I don't think he's there.
He's not there yet.
But yeah, it was just so shit. Like, why is he scamming people? Why are you pushing him down the stairs?
Like, it's just Alfie, he's a bit of like, he's a cheeky chappy, but he's not a bad person. It's just everything you liked about Alfie was gone. Alright, so we have trucked through, so I guess I'll go to the last one I've got currently. Excuse me. And this is gotta be Ian Beale, child killer and grief marrier. So, likewise, similar time, the boat crash, the 35th anniversary. Where, you know, they're on the Thames, they're in that boat, and for some reason, because Denny had been bullying Bobby, he decided to lock him in a room and fucking trap him in a boat, whilst Phil fucking, like knocked the boat and it, like, caused a hole, so it all flooded. So then Ian results in Dennis's death, you know, killing off this big legacy character. And in turn, because he's so fucking, he's so, like, sad that he ended up fucking killing Sharon's child, that he proceeds to try and marry her. And they do marry. And then he buys the Queen Vic. And then Sharon starts poisoning him. And then he just fucking stands up and leaves. There's no surprise that he wanted to leave the fucking show. Like, what the fuck have you done to his character? And then he's leaving like he's fucking punching Tina in that, like, conflict, trying to act like he could have fucking killed Tina. And he had this weird relationship with Jean, where they were kind of together but not, and then he was a bit too rude to her, and then they all said fuck off. Like, what on earth were you doing to Ian Beale in 2019, 2018? Fuck me. Maybe even 2021. I think that's when he left officially, but
would have been 2018 to 2021. And I know he returned in 2022 technically for Dot's funeral, and then came back obviously this year. At the time of recording,
Yes.
it's 2023. This might come out in 2024, so sorry. But yeah, I agree with Ian Beale. Like, he was absolutely ruined. I don't care what anyone says.
He got the Alfie
Like-
treatment. Like, what are you taking away? Ian's not that likable a character, and that's fine.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
is a bit of a scumbag. He's a bit of a prick. He's a weasel. That's fine, but that's why you love Ian. Because he is that prick, unapologetically. But killing a child and fucking killing a child and then marrying Sharon, his best friend of the last 30 years. I don't know, lads.
If I can add a character to the mix here, Dot Cotton.
Alright. What period?
Her last 5 years on the show. Her last stint. Whoa, what do we want you to do, Dot? Just be old and sit there.
Just
do
sit
nothing.
There, do nothing.
Like,
Yeah,
no-
honestly, the last thing Dot actually did is she brought Dottie back, and she had that nice little storyline with Dr. Leg, where obviously Dr. Leg died, and she was there for him, and she took care of him. And before that, just had that like dynamic with Stuart, where, you know, Stuart's not all bad, you know, he's with Dot. But yeah, that how they dealt with Dot in the end is absolutely fucking tragic. Because Dot's your best fucking character on the show. She's given the last 30 years of her life to be here. And yes, obviously the actress was would be having difficulties, like, actually, like, knowing her lines and... But if she's willing to do it, you fucking let June Brown play Dot Cotton for as long as she fucking wants. She's given so much to you, and you can't even give the decency of letting her go out on her own terms. And so instead of actually letting her do some acting and like do what she wants, instead you just give her, "Oh, I say," and then fucking that's it. That's all you do. Like, that's why she left. She left because they went, "Sorry, Dot, oh, sorry, June, it's just too hard for us." And and I'd imagine she's like, "I'm the one doing the fucking acting stuff." Like, and so she left, and now suddenly they do a funeral because she is now dead. But imagine if you gave Dot a storyline where she died on screen. Look at how sad Ethel's storyline is. Ethel's storyline's fucking tragic. Pat's storyline's tragic. Peggy's death is tragic, but June Brown or Dot's death is not on screen because they just couldn't be fucked to give her the time of day. Like, it's so unfair. It's why I didn't like the funeral, because you could have given her something so much better. But by that time's gone. She's now dead. You know, June Brown, fantastic woman. Absolute cool icon. She's gone. Now you can't kill her on screen because you were too lazy to make some fucking changes for her. It's so... Like, fucking... I don't know. A guy who goes out their way to, like, do a fucking job for you, like, every week for like 20 years of your life. But then suddenly he can't walk anymore, but he still wants to do it. You give that person a fucking lift. You know, you go, "Look, I know you're struggling, so here's a car or something. Here's this. Thank you for all your service. You've done so good. You've become one of the best things that's happened to this thing." You don't just let them fucking leave. I don't know, I just really disliked it. It's why I'm glad we didn't cover the funeral, because I would have just been fucking livid.
Like, the only good thing about Dot's funeral, there's only about 2 or 3 good things about it, is the fact we got Reese out of it, and also the fact that, like, we had some celebrity appearance, like the celebrity in universe appearances by, like, by
Ian.
Ian and Mary the Punk and Lofty.
Yeah.
Lofty went to the wrong church. Like, I love the funeral. Like, I watched the funeral, like, series
Yeah.
of it. It is an emotional death, but could you imagine her on EastEnders? So you have the scene with you have Dot and Sonia, and Dot's like, "Oh, I say," and then it's like, "Dot, say something to me. Please kill me." And then that's how you end it. Like, have her be in pain and then kill her off.
Yeah, like
just recreate the
all
Emerald
you had to do,
with
you just had to give her one more big storyline. You didn't need her to stay there for 2 years. You just go, look, Dot, or look, June. We think that, like, we're happy that you're here, but I think now is probably the best time that we kill you off. We're gonna have a big, long-running storyline. It'll culminate like next year, or at Christmas, or at Halloween or something. But we are gonna kill you off. And here's what we got for you. Not just... You mean you can't read the scripts anymore? Fuck off. Oh, just, come on. Like, what would they have done if Phil wanted to leave? Well, Phil, you're leaving because none of your family likes you anymore and you're an alcoholic again. Great. Cheers, lads. I'm glad I've spent the last 30 years here. It's just absolutely criminal, honestly. For someone who spent so much of their life dedicated to the show, to be reduced to, fuck you, we're not trying. You meet her halfway. You meet her all the way there. God. It's something I've held so strongly for like the last couple of years because she's such a cool woman. And yet you didn't even let her die on the show.
She died in Ireland in the universe, which is sad. But I can say that...
And you couldn't even bring back any of her fucking family. Charlie Cotton wasn't there. Obviously Nick's dead, but Dottie's there. Like, nobody was even there. Yeah, sure, you brought back Lofty and Mary, and Colin and Barry. Yeah. But, like... It's just really sad. That genuinely made me kind of be like, I don't want to fucking watch EastEnders. I'll watch it because Dot's dying, but any of this other shit I'm not interested in. It's just an absolute... Like, Dot's death would have been one of the saddest exits ever. But now we've just got to see it when she's already dead. Like, you've given us the clothes off your back, but we can't even give you them back. Fuck off. You're too old now, Dot. Fucking fury. Probably shouldn't have ended on this one. This one's a bit of a fucking dour note. I'm sorry. There's just been so much. It's something that I've really disliked for many years now. I've never really gotten a place to express this.
I guess, I'll do the outro then, won't I?
Yeah.
I've been joined by Ash from Watching Walford.
Hello, Dot.
Also reciting
Dot supremacy.
Also, I've been joined by Joey, Woof, who's now gone. And I've been joined by myself, my dusted tones of myself, Piggy. Hello, how are you? Yeah, good. And we will see you on the next one. So don't forget to follow our social medias at Twitter/X, Instagram and Twitch at Watching Walford, and subscribe to us on YouTube at... What is it, Ash?
Watching Walford.
Exactly.
But I suppose... sorry, just to interrupt. But the main thing we want from this is your take. What storyline ruined your favourite characters? Like, what characters you're like, yeah, this is really good. You know, like, whether it be storylines behind the scenes, whether they just didn't give them any, or whether it's just the sheer lack of storylines, or just them taking this character in a completely different direction. Just a small little tiny one that did completely ruin the character. While the good old Dottie Cotton not actually being Nick Cotton's son, actually being Rocky's for about 6 months, that was fucking garbage. You don't want to take away all ties to the Cottons. They're a key family on the show, but nah, you're actually mine, Dottie. Get me out, please. Please. You just trying to fuck up my favourite show. But yeah, tell us what you think in the comment section down below. Thank you, Piggy. Thank you, me. Thank you for watching. Join us in the next one. Bye-bye.